Yeah, the question.
Oh, yes, please.
How, long is the flight to?
Probably about an hour. Oh, two.
From here?
Yeah, I can actually check for you real quick. That's a good question. Yeah, you're looking at about like 10 hours to get there. 10 hours and 50 minutes or so on average. And usually there will be a connection there. There's no direct flights from San Diego. So you might go to Houston and then connect down from there. But that's what you're looking at. It's far. But well worth it. So now if you don't, if you move a little more north, Costa Rica is the second place I'll be talking about here. And for this trip, this is a very popular trip. I think it's short. It's only 9 days. And then in addition to that, we're hitting all the places that you would think of when you think of Costa Rica. So San Jose, Arenal, where we'll be staying at a hotel resort and spa backdrop by an active volcano. And then we'll go down to Monteverde, which is where the cloud forest is. And then continue on to Guanacaste, where we're going to have a wonderful beachside stay in bungalows for the last 2 nights. This one is a maximum of 44 travelers. On average, we do get about 37, 38 on the board itself. And it's a level 3 because we're going to be getting on and off. We're going to be doing some like river boating. There's going to be a little bit of hiking here and there. So uneven terrain. Per day, I would expect about 3 to 4 miles spread across the entire day, with some days being no walking, some days being about that. So, but it's about a level 3 because of the uneven terrain. Costa Rica is in central time. You can actually get away most of the time using just the US dollar in Costa Rica. The travel time is something where, like, if you're looking at it on a map, you might think, oh, these are so close to each other. Well, they're not because the roads are terrible. So you'll find there will be some bumpy roads, but we run this for probably 50, 75 times a year. So with that, you'll find that it's not going to be a problem. You will have a tour manager. Does anyone know how many volcanoes Costa Rica has and how many of them are active? Just tell me how many volcanoes are in Costa Rica. Does anyone know? Just shout it.
10.
Okay. So let's go a little bit up.
21.
200. I think we would have been standing there like I'm doing an auction. Like I said, and one thing I wanted to highlight is that there is a pre-tour extension to Tortuguero National Park. That is where the turtles come and lay their eggs, interestingly enough. So it definitely is a worthwhile place to visit, especially if you want to connect with the wildlife and enjoy some more river cruising or river boating. That is an option available to you. You'll see toucans, you'll see frogs, but howler monkeys are quite prevalent in this area, and you can hear them about 3 miles away. So you will hear them, but they're quite scared, so they won't come up close to you. We start off in San Jose. This is the beautiful colored capital of Costa Rica. We're not going to spend too much time here because really the focus of this trip is to take you out and look at some of the more natural beauty of the area. So we're going to take you to Arenal. It is the Mount Arenal Hotel Resort and Spa. And at this stay, a lot of the time what people will do is maybe on the second day they stay there, they'll just forego whatever activity we have and just kick back at the resort, and that's totally fine. So it's been silent since 2010, but this Mount Arenal was Costa Rica's most active volcano, so maybe you'll be the lucky ones. So one of the first things we're going to do in Arenal is go to a coffee plantation. Now, for me, it's definitely a tough comparison between to see which one's better, Costa Rican coffee or Peruvian coffee. I've been to Costa Rica. I have not been to Peru, but Costa Rica, kind of the coffee that just blew me away. So, and I did this exact tour actually. So I love this trip. Costa Rica here, we'll take you to a coffee plantation and you'll walk through the gardens and learn how they produce coffee. And then of course, tastes the best cup of coffee you've ever had in your entire life. And then here's another picture of it with the dramatic Mount Arnall forever backdropping the countryside here as you look around. There's a lot of amenities at the hotel itself. On the next day, we'll take you to the Caño Negro, and we'll take a riverboat out there where you'll definitely want a good camera. You'll see this one. This person has a lens about 6 inches long. You don't need that, but if you want to, you can. But it's really stunning as you kind of go down the river. You'll see all kinds of animals. Howler monkeys, like I said, they will not be covering their mouths. They will be very vocal, I mean. All iguanas, birds. And this actually was something surprising to me, that sloths can hold their breath for 40 minutes. Yeah. So another place that we'll go as well is the Finca Educativa. And this is actually, quite literally translates to educational farm. So we're gonna tour the gardens, and they produce a wide variety of exotic fruits and plants. So we'll taste some of the exotic fruits, and they actually produce sugarcane in-house. So we'll, of course, learn how they do that as well. On day 5, we'll cruise Lake Arnall as well, which offers some of the best views of Mount Arnall, as well as kind of just looking again to spot as many howler monkeys as you can while looking at the beautiful scenery. The Monteverde Cloud Forest is, I think, the highlight for me when I went on this trip. And I think it's just kind of this sort of alien landscape. I think of Star Wars or some of these alien places you go and it's like you're on an entirely different planet. There's this thick cloud cover that is just underneath the canopy above. Quetzal birds are also here. I did not spot one. They're quite rare, but they were actually considered more valuable than gold. A couple of options here that you can do. You can either go into a hanging bridges tour, or you can enjoy the zip lines. I'm gonna play you a quick video.
What better way to spend my 80th birthday? Pura vida. Awesome. I'm embarrassed because I'm hearing that. Oh, you're just gonna. Awesome day. Oh.
So yeah, I personally did the zip lining. I had the best time. It's so beautiful. You can also do the hanging bridges as well. And they are very stable, actually. So you'll kind of walk through right along the canopy. You'll see all sorts of critters and maybe even a monkey or two kind of scurrying across the side of it as you kind of go through the canopy. On day 7, we're going to go to Guanacaste and think fun in the sun, because that's what this is. So you're going to be staying in these beautiful bungalows overlooking the water, and literally the day is yours to do as you please as you relax in the hotel. Maybe take a quick, maybe 15 or 20-minute walk down to the beach. And that's totally fine too, might actually be even closer. And just enjoy the beautiful weather that you'll be experiencing. We have a couple of options here where you can go on a dolphin watching expedition, or you can do a kayaking experience. Both of those are entirely optional to you, but if you don't do them, free time is what you can expect. Then with that, the tour will end.
Tropical Costa Rica, it's a unique program because it takes place at what is quite possibly the most biodiverse country on earth. My name is Ricardo Howell. I'm a tour manager with Colette, and I've been guiding for 25 years. Guests arrive the first day, and they get to relax at our hotel.
The next morning, we had a beautiful ride up to a coffee plantation where we had a tour and learned all about the coffee, which was quite fascinating. We had a free day, which was terrific. Lots of people just relaxed or took a walk on the beach.
Tamarindo is a beautiful location to enjoy a gorgeous sunset.
The next day, we took a ride to a town called Monteverde in the mountain.
Our guests have a choice on tour and pick between an included zip line adventure or a stroll through the hanging ridges of the cloud forest.
The most exhilarating part of the tour was the zip lining under the canopy.
We were way up high above the tree canopy, zipping between platforms, and we got to see the valley and the mountain.
I had no idea the variety that's available here, that we're getting to see.
Far more than we expected.
Tropical Costa Rica is a wonderful opportunity to have a taste of what Costa Rica has to offer. It has adventure, it has boat trips, it has a great exposure to natural sceneries or seeing animals in the wilderness. Tours in such a big destination that I love sharing that with our guests. It's about being able to deliver an opportunity for guests to have a lifetime experience.
So, for this tour specifically, it's $29.99 with airfare included, for the entire trip. $698 is the deposit. The optional insurance is $549. Deposits are due by June 3rd, 2026. And I'm sorry, I didn't put the tour dates there. They are December 10th through the 18th, 2026. So perfect time to go, especially because that's considered the dry season for them. If you go to Costa Rica at a different point, you'll notice that 1 minute it'll be sunny and the next minute it's pouring torrential rain for about 20-30 minutes. But at this time, it's gonna be dry, it's gonna be beautiful. So definitely a great time to go. So any questions about this tour or involved?
So you said there's a lot of driving on bad roads, but are they in like comfortable buses or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the roads are bumpy though, so I would be aware of that before you go. It's safe and then you don't need to worry about that, but it's just be aware that if the bus is kind of like bumping a little bit, you don't need to be afraid of that.